right, Bobcat fans, we're here at Coaches Conference. This segment sponsored by Roofmasters and Bubba's 33, Longview, Texas. Today, we are here with Coach Jared Duncan. Coach Duncan, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Already a celebrity, got people walking by, waving at you, cheering you on.
Do you give your autograph when you get done?
I might have to.
I understand.
I'm going to charge for it.
Now, we're in cross-country season. How many meets have we done so far?
Let's see. Our varsity's run 4. JV's got 2. So we started a little bit early this year with varsity, did a couple travel trips with them. So they've got a few more under their belt.
So how long does cross country season last?
Well, we started in the summer, really like last week in May, and then the state meet is the first weekend in November. So if we're fortunate to go there, then that's the last meet.
Do you coach, I know a lot of sports that we do, there's a non-district, a district, playoffs. How is cross-country set up to compete?
So you can compete in 8 meets before district. You don't have to do that many, but you can run in up to 8, and none of those really count for anything. They're more like practice. Then the district meet is where it starts to count, and so from there, the top 3 teams will go to regionals, and then the top 4 teams from regionals will go to state.
So what do you prefer, doing all 8 meets or fewer to save their legs? I mean,
Yeah.
what is your choices?
We normally do 8, 7 or 8, and I'm happy with that. We had an inexperienced girls team, especially last year, and so we needed some races for them to kind of learn how to race, and they got 8 last year, and that's usually what we do.
How, Coach, cross-country, it seems like such an individualistic sport, but yet we talk about it as a team. How do you score in cross-country? How does one compete in it? How do you coach your guys and girls to be a team?
Well, you are competing as a team, but you have a chance as an individual to advance and qualify after district.
Is it the top 3 times?
The top 5 are the scorers.
Okay.
So 7 makes a complete team. The top 5 are your scorers. The point system is your place is your point, and the low score wins.
Okay.
And so the 6th and 7th runners, they're important because they can push back another team's score.
I got you.
But they don't count for your team's score.
So when you're running, do you encourage them to stay as a pack or just run their race?
Yeah, pack running is very beneficial. Our boys team right now is doing a really good job of that. And that really helps your score, especially when you get into some bigger meets.
How do you coach when you have that special runner that's just so much more qualified, we'll say that, than the rest of them? How do you keep him in the pack and not just taking off for the rest of them? Or at some point, does he take off for the rest of them?
Yeah, you're not going to really keep somebody in the pack that doesn't need to be there. I mean, we normally have one runner that's kind of leading everyone, and that's good. And their pack is the best from the other school, and they're going to run and compete and try to get the lowest score possible. And then it's the other, 3 or 4 that might try to group up and really run as a pack there.
So tell us about your runners this year that are standouts for you.
Well, on the girls' side, we have Avery Perkins. She's done great since she came on. But really, we have a group of 5 girls that are just killing it right now. Josh Avdikian, he's our top boy runner. He's been consistently the top. But the boys this year are very close, and we've had some meets where the top 5 guys are within 17 seconds of each other. So
Wow.
I don't have anyone that's just way out front on the boys' side.
So we've talked about this before. What is a good time for a 5K and a competitive level? I know me and Marc, we run in the 12s and the 13s. When we're running,
That's pretty good.
I mean, but what is a competitive,
It's going to just depend on the course, but I'd say 18 is very respectable. If you can get below that, you're probably a varsity runner. To go to a state meet on our regional course, you're going to need to be on the boys' side a low 17, maybe breaking 17 to qualify for that. So,
where does your passion come from coaching this? Is running something you've always done?
I hated running in high school. I started running after college. This really wasn't a career that I thought I was ever going to do. It came later in life, and I enjoy running now. But I'm always impressed with these kids that at a young age they love doing this and are willing to put their bodies through this kind of work. So it's something I started doing after college and kind of started to enjoy, but it wasn't, I don't know, my journey here has been kind of
A winding road to get here.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us. This time's always fly by too fast. Fans at home, thank y'all. This has been Coach's Conference. We'll see y'all next time.